Directly from Senn High School Studio 231, this is Senn TV Season 3. Starring Cassandra Cabrera, Cameron Fleeman, Hassan Gordon, Kendall Jackson Jr., Philip Johnson White, Bill Siddiqui, Paula Trejo, Kayla Williams, and featuring the members of our broadcast journalism wonders. In this episode, we will take a look at a recap of the Senior Music Showcase, a recap of the Senior Dance Showcase, another sensational story with Ammy Olivia, and many other great stories. Let's take it over to our first solo anchor, Hassan Gordon.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Action!
Yo-Yo Ma decided to pay a visit to Senn to play with the music department. Let's see what's in store. Senn was greeted by a special guest on March 14th, Yo-Yo Ma. Yo-Yo Ma is a renowned cellist who's recorded over 90 albums and won 18 Grammys. Yo-Yo Ma took some time to perform with the music department and even took a unique twist to interview a student. On that note, let's see how he engaged with the students. Yo-Yo Ma took some time to greet the students who were really excited to meet him before playing music together.
I'm a big fan of you. Thanks. I'm a big fan of all of you.
Yo-Yo Ma decided to ask Ethan Petrota a few questions, completely flipping the standard procedure.
Wow. What excites you now about playing the cello versus when you first started 3 years ago?
I guess just being enveloped by the music is my favorite part, because originally I just wanted to play it because I like the cello a lot, and I think it's a really great instrument, but now being able to play the instrument and being able to be surrounded by the music is one of my favorite things.
Senn music instructor Michael Puckett served as the maestro conducting a piece. A special thank you to Yo-Yo Ma for performing with the music department, and we hope that Yo-Yo Ma makes another return in the future.
A couple weeks ago, Senn High School and Julian High School teamed up with Mr. Laser's English class to discuss some of their poetry they wrote about living in Chicago. Let's take a look.
On Friday, April 6th, the students of Julian High School traveled to Senn to share their poetry and to hear others. Mr. Laser and Miss Whittington brought together two very different schools in order to express the importance of poetry and have their voices be heard.
They've been talking about the power of spoken word. Koval came to our school, and we've been writing our own spoken word poems in honor of him and also trying to express counter narratives to the dominant narratives about the city. So our students have been doing some inquiry projects, researching how the media portrays Chicago, how teenagers are stereotyped in Chicago, how the schools are stereotyped, and how the city is portrayed as gang-ridden, segregated, crime-ridden city, and we're trying to rebel against that using counter narratives and using the power of poetry.
Through Gear Up, so I have worked the last 2 years with Gear Up and Shy Teen Light Fest, and I had written a book grant for Kevin Koval's People's History of Chicago, and because Mr. Laser had also chosen to write a book grant for that same book, we thought that it would be really cool to have a collaboration between the two groups, also because most of my kids have never been to the North Side and don't have any understanding of the North Side, and I think the opposite might also be true for kids from Senn, so we thought it was a unique opportunity to have two very different sides of the city collaborate.
The students told us what poetry and writing means to them.
Poetry, it's hard to put into such a small thing. Poetry is expression. Poetry is a way to say what you're feeling or say what influences you or that's around you through literary devices. You can say it through any way that you want to perform it, whether you're a spoken word poet or you just write poetry in a book. It's just a way of letting out what you have inside. And I think it's a beautiful outlet for people.
Poetry is just a way for me to express who I am and just really find who I am as an individual.
Poetry is like the expression of one's feelings. You know what a person feels, but they don't want to say it like out like directly. You know, kind of vaguely allude to something that they have in their head, like using metaphors, similes, all of those things to just say something.
For me, poetry is like an expression of my life and like the daily things that I go through within my life, and it also like it's a stress reliever for me. Like when I have something problem with me, when I have problems involving my life or involving the people that surround me, I end up going to poetry or writing songs about how I feel to express my daily life.
And my time is to draw, write, and listen to music all day. What I don't like are certain people that really don't catch me out. But I really shouldn't be ignorant about it. But I just don't like a lot of things. I have many hobbies, so it's kind of the point where it gets to the best.
I'm Georgia.
Many people see me and think I'm a dropout. My mom on her own trying to teach me more than she knows.
Some brave students
beat to the ground just like the police doing uptown. Not many know this, but my family fucked up. Got 3 sisters, two on their own, one raising a child, one smoking pot, another taking shots.
There's dominance in our school. We come from all over. Rich kids, poor kids, kids with stories, kids with beliefs. Chirac destroys the stream. Chirac couldn't exist in our school. That's why I walk. That's why the kids from down the street walk. That's why the band geeks, actors, and artists walk. That's why the writers, believers, and seekers walked. That's why we all rock, demonstrating that never again will there be a school shooting. That our school is what democracy looks like, and we want gun control.
Thanks to Mr. Laser and his freshman English classes, and a special thanks to Julian High School for coming from the South Side to share your poetry. For Senn TV, this is Cameron Fleenor reporting. Senior dance students have their very own showcase here. Let's take a look.
important to have our own senior showcase because we've been working really hard the past 3.5 years, and so we were able to show like what we've developed over the past couple of years and just who we've become and how we've bettered ourselves as dancers. Because none of us have ever done like solos or duets before, so knowing that we were going to be on the stage by ourselves, it was just like a very scary process for everybody, I think. My piece is just kind of about like letting everything go. Like, it's my senior year. It's kind of about like the struggle of me. Like, I'm moving 4,000 miles away for college, so it's just like, it was really about like how I'm going to feel next year when I'm not with my family or my friends, and like kind of like being homesick. I'm already feeling that already, even though I haven't gone yet, and just like dealing with that next year.
So basically my duet was like about my experience from like freshman year to like senior year. I wanted to focus on like beats and kind of like lyrical beats at the same time, so it was kind of like meaningful to like work my way from the ladder.
This piece is a little bit different than the other pieces that I've choreographed, and my solo. And it meant a lot more to me because I had somebody who was really close to me write the music. And I think that I was able to connect deeper and have a more meaningful performance on stage because I had a personal connection to the song.
Basically, my piece means to me, it was very emotional because it was talking about how my parents always tell me to be myself and be comfortable with myself, never try to be like everybody else. So yeah.
The senior music students held a showcase here in the Raymond Theater to see what they have to offer.
Welcome to the Senior Music Showcase. It features many amazing acts ranging from solo singing and rapping to group performances. Let's take a look.
So our first performers are Nat Madelis, Alvarez, and Daniel Gayton. Pero un día volveré a buscar otra vez, a soñar otra vez en mi viejo So next we have performing Mishima, Ethan Petrona. Melbourne. Up next, we have a solo piece by Manny Young called Running. If I lose myself, I lose it all. And if I lose myself, I lose it all. Oh yeah. So, up next, we have Keyshawn Clark performing Location. Send me your location. I can tell that you been waiting. Late nights you got them cravings. I come through, no hesitating. No, you patient. I'm your man. Call me your personal oasis. I know you been thinking, you been dreaming, you been scheming for me, girl. Buy you rubies, diamonds, all the rings in all the world. Buy you pearls, I drip you in all designer, drip you in that Prada. Just tell me how you want it. You got it from your mama, yeah. So send me your location. I know you want it, baby, cause I've been waiting for you, girl. You my world. Girl, stop playing. Send me your location. Let's make a song. Communicate to girls. I just need that time and place to come through.
Thank you to everyone for coming and participating. We hope you enjoyed it. This is Nabil Siddiqui reporting.
Hi, my name is Leslie and I profiled the senior here at Senn, Amy Olivia. Since she is one of my closest friends, I have been there from the very beginning of her journey to finding herself. I wanted to document the moment in which she was finally able to accept and embrace who she was in front of hundreds of people. Please enjoy her story.
Hi, my name is Amy Olivia, and this is my sensational story.
I get out here with a special message.
First off, I want to thank you all for showing us love and acceptance in any way possible. And I wanted to ask you if
When I found out about the whole sexual orientation thing, it was kind of a relief just because I could finally put words to it, and I knew what it was, but at the same time I was more confused. Because I didn't know how other people felt towards it, towards LGBT people. But once I did, that's when I got worried, because a lot of people had negative opinions towards it. I would hear people say the word gay at school, but in a negative connotation. So that also scared me too. They would use it as an insult, towards other people, and I was like, okay. Because once I figured it out, I was like, oh, okay, this is probably what I am. And once I heard them use the word gay in a negative negative connotation that worried me because I was like, oh, so it's bad. Okay, I got it. I was like, okay, so then I can't be that. I don't think I ever felt the need to tell anybody. Like I never. It's not that I didn't want to. I just didn't feel a need to, cause like I've always been the same way. Like I wouldn't wear skirts. I wouldn't wear dresses. I'd rather hang out with the guys. I played sports. I'd prefer a soccer ball over a Barbie any day. So like that was just how I always was. So I didn't feel the need to tell anybody. I had bought a ticket to a Fifth Harmony show, and it was the package that came with the VIP Q&A before the show. And I was like, oh, I gotta figure out something to say, because I can't just, waste this chance if it's gonna be the only one that I have to say something to them. So like I spent a lot of time trying to figure out what to say, but like everything that I thought of was like already asked, which is why like it came to mind, because somebody had already asked it. So I couldn't figure out what to ask or what to say, so I was like, I might as well, come out, just because I don't think anybody's ever done that. And like I didn't even do it just because like nobody had done it, just because like I wanted to. Like how many people could say that they like genuinely want to come out? Because like sometimes it's like you have to, or sometimes you're just outed. And like it was easier said than done, because once the moment actually came when I was there and like the Q&A had started and I was picked to ask them something, like I got the microphone and I was just waiting because they were still answering the previous question. So I was just like standing there. I was excited because I was like, I'm gonna tell them this, it's gonna happen. But then like once they finished answering the question and they turned their attention to me, I like shut down. Like I froze in the spot, and I was like, okay, I can't do it. I have to come up with something better off the top of my head, just like right now. And I didn't. Like my mouth spoke before I could even think about what was going on. So like I came out.
I wanted to ask you if I could come out to you guys.
Hey now, you're so cute. Yay! You beautiful little thing. What's your name? Amy. Amy. Everyone say, yay, Amy! We love you. This is a beautiful moment. Thank you for sharing it with us. All day, right here.
And that's when like I finally exhaled. Like I didn't even realize that I was holding my breath, and I was. But it was relieving, because like they were happy and they were all accepting. Like I didn't even know anybody there, and they were all like supportive and stuff. And like just throughout the day, like people would come up to me, they'd be like, oh, congratulations, like that was so brave of you to do. And like I would get hugs and stuff. So it was good, because like I didn't know anybody, but like just the positive and like supportive environment of the fandom, like it also really helped.